Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFC West lately, you know that the San Francisco 49ers are in a pretty tricky spot when it comes to their wide receiver core. It's no secret that injuries have been piling up, creating a bit of chaos for head coach Kyle Shanahan and his offensive plans. The 49ers are known for their innovative offense, their dynamic play calling, and their ability to adapt, but right now, the wide receiver position is facing some serious hurdles. Injuries, suspensions, and roster uncertainties seem to be casting a shadow over what could otherwise be a smooth ride to the playoffs. The latest twist in this ongoing saga involves Demarcus Robinson, who recently received a suspension, and that's just added fuel to the fire. Robinson, who is expected to contribute to the 49ers' passing game, is now out of the picture for a while, leaving Shanahan scrambling to find someone who can fill that role. This is where things get interesting because, amidst this chaos, the team might just get a stroke of luck. Rumors have been swirling that Kendrick Bourne, a former Niner who spent 4 seasons with the team, might be heading back to San Francisco. That's right, folks, Bourne could be falling right into their laps, and if that happens, it might be just what the doctor ordered for the 49ers' receiver depth. But let's step back for a moment and look at what really prompted these rumors. The 49ers, like many NFL teams, have been caught in a whirlwind of roster changes, especially as they trim down to the 53-player roster deadline following the preseason. It's a brutal process, but also a prime opportunity for teams to snag some hidden gems or bring back familiar faces who already understand their system. And that's precisely what makes Kendrick Bourne such an intriguing option. The Patriots, his current team, seem to be in a bit of a flux, especially with a new regime led by head coach Bill Belichick. Bourne, who's missed most of training camp and all preseason due to a leg injury, might be on the chopping block come final roster cuts. Bourne's story is quite compelling if you follow his NFL journey. He was drafted by the 49ers and spent his first 4 seasons in San Francisco, where he established himself as a high-energy, reliable target. Over those 4 seasons, he racked up 769 receiving yards and scored 11 touchdowns, pretty solid numbers for a guy who is often used as a versatile, dependable receiver. His energy, leadership, and familiarity with Kyle Shanahan's offense made him a fan favorite, especially because he always played with a lot of heart and hustle. Now, in New England, he's accumulated nearly 2,000 receiving yards and again scored 11 touchdowns over the past 4 seasons. But the big question hanging over him right now is his health. The leg injury he sustained kept him out of the Patriots' last preseason game, and with the roster cuts looming, there's a real possibility he might be released. If that happens, the 49ers could swoop in and bring him back, a reunion that honestly makes a lot of sense given their needs. San Francisco's wide receiver room has been a revolving door this season. They've seen key players go down, and their depth chart has been tested like never before. With Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and John Jennings, they already have some talented receivers, but injuries and suspensions have left them shorthanded. Adding Bourne back into the mix could provide the stability and familiarity that the team desperately needs. Shanahan's offense has always been predicated on timing, route running, and the chemistry between quarterback and receiver. Bourne, having spent 4 years in this system, knows it inside out. That kind of knowledge can be invaluable, especially in tight games or critical situations. Let's talk a little about what this kind of move could mean for the 49ers' prospects this season. The NFC West is no longer the same division it once was. The Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals are all looking to make their own statements, but the 49ers are still viewed as one of the top contenders. They have a strong defense, a creative offensive coordinator in Shanahan, and a talented quarterback in Brock Purdy, who has shown flashes of brilliance. But to truly maximize their potential, they need that reliable target at receiver, someone who can step in and make plays in clutch moments. Bourne's familiarity with the system makes him a perfect candidate. His energy, route-running ability, and experience will be a welcome addition, especially if other receivers continue to face setbacks. And let's not forget the broader picture. The NFC as a whole is highly competitive. Teams like Philadelphia, Dallas, and even the Detroit Lions are all vying for supremacy. The 49ers, with their strong roster and innovative coaching staff, have the tools to make a deep playoff run, maybe even another Super Bowl appearance. But to get there, they need every piece to fit perfectly, and right now, the receiver position is clearly one of their biggest concerns. Bringing Bourne back could help solidify that part of their roster and give them an extra edge heading into the critical months ahead. Now, what about the timeline? Well, if Bourne is released by the Patriots, the 49ers would likely act quickly. The NFL deadline for roster cuts is approaching, and teams are eager to finalize their squads. If the Niners see Bourne as a fit, they might bring him in before the season starts or even during the early weeks of the regular season. This would give him some time to get reacquainted with the offense, build chemistry with Purdy, and contribute right away. Of course, there's always the possibility that the Patriots decide to keep Bourne, or maybe he lands with another team. But given his history with the Niners, his familiarity with their system, and the current need at receiver, it seems like a perfect storm that could see him returning to San Francisco just in time for the kickoff. That kind of reunion would be a huge boost for the team's depth and morale, especially with the season so close. As we look ahead, fans should keep a close eye on this situation. The NFL is unpredictable, and roster moves happen all the time. But if Bourne does return to the 49ers, it could very well be the piece that helps them push through what's shaping up to be a fiercely competitive season. The team's coaching staff has a proven track record of making smart moves, and bringing back a player who already knows the system seems like a no-brainer. It's a move that could pay dividends in critical games, especially as the team navigates injuries and roster adjustments. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential reunion? Do you think Bourne can make an immediate impact if he comes back? How do you see the receiver room shaping up for the 49ers this season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Remember, the NFL season is just around the corner, and every game counts. So stay tuned, stay hyped, and keep supporting your 49ers because this team is always fighting, always striving for greatness, and they need us more than ever. I'll be back soon with more updates, insider news, and analysis, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're in this together, and every bit of your support helps us bring you the best coverage possible. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Niners!